Surviving the fire. Surviving the fire. This is part 2 from last night. We talked about Abram going against his father, Terah. And I told y'all, if you keep going in chapter 12 of the book of Jasher, you'll see the rest of the story for those who, caught up with it. And you think about what we talked about last night in that live chat, how Abram was so bold. Not only did he go against his father Terah with all those idol-worshiping gods, some little g gods, and then we know there was Nimrod. That's where we're going to pick up at right here. Because Abram was so cold-blooded. See, if you was like me, you was only taught in the Bible that the only people that would survive the fire was like Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. Because, of course, they didn't get into the books. They didn't get into the removed books, the Apocrypha. So when you read about Abram, he also was another one who survived the fire. If you want to call it a bonfire, probably one of the largest bonfires you probably ever read about. Because as we pick up from last night, Nimrod got to and we all know who Nimrod is, old wicked Nimrod, the mighty hunter. A lot of people looked up to Nimrod like a god. And we see even Abram's daddy, Terah, was bowing down to Nimrod. If you know anything about Nimrod, the Tower of Babel, all of that. He was very rebellious. But him and Abraham got into a heated debate. Oh, my. We read all last night how Abram got mad, how his father Terah got mad, and how Nimrod got mad. But see, he wanted to debate because Nimrod said, "This about our gods." Our gods. They got to kicking it back and forth. So he told Abram, "You go ahead and worship fire." If that's the case, I'm just paraphrasing, y'all. You worship fire. Abram looked at Nimrod and said, "Water puts out fire." Can you imagine how mad he making Nimrod? Water can put out fire, bro. So Nimrod said, "Well, if that's the case, worship water." Abram looked at him again and said, "You know what? Cloud holds water." Oh, Nimrod, you pissed now, ain't you? He's so pissed off that he talks about making the biggest, largest bonfire that can be created, because now he want to burn Abraham all the way. Let's burn him up. Let's burn him at the stake. Let's set this fire up. Let's blaze it. Abraham still wasn't worried about it. He wasn't worried about it. So it was set up for Abram to die, be burned. And you know what happened. You know the rest of the story. The Most High saved Abraham from the fire. Because we also know that our Heavenly Father is a consuming fire. And it's just like fire. Whew, shut up in my bones. So Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego was not the only ones that went through the blaze, the fire, and survived. Abram went through it. But he didn't go through it alone. See, when you know the truth, when you live by the word, when your actions show that you serve a higher, but the enemy get real mad, because the enemy wants you to serve their gods. I'm not going to make this video too much longer. This is just a little part 2 from last night live chat. And once again, this man was so bold that he went against whoever was serving these little g gods. So we see now, the just once again shall live by faith. Shalom, family.